Hi, this is Nikki. I just wanted to show you this journal I've made out of a Cavallini file folder. I wouldn't say it was a junk journal, but it has got some junk in it. So I wanted it to be not quite so vintagey, but obviously in the travel scene. This I cut out from a travel magazine. And I really like that, and I just put this little wooden bit from Paper Mania that's the world. Love the vintage animals on the cover. Inside, that's just a cutout. I think that might be a Paper Mania one too. A little bit of wrapping paper, I think that was. A couple of little tags I've made, one out of some Tim Holtz paper and one out of some leftover scrapbook paper. And this was a ticket, and I have a feeling it came in October afternoon, an ephemera packet, and it just fitted perfectly there, so I've used that as a pocket. Page from a travel journal there, which has got on the back space to put shops and market information, but obviously you'd put whatever you want there. Some old scrapbook paper from about, 14, 15 years ago when I first started scrapbooking. And that is a journaling spot, and I think it might be graphic 45. I was gifted it in a swap. Here's a distress tag I've made with some Tim Holtz bits and pieces. Just slotted that in. Just some paper from a hotel in Galway in Ireland. Scrapbook paper. This is some writing paper a friend was throwing away and she gave to me. You'll see the other side of it, so I've used that. This is the wallet you get when you buy currency. I don't think it was the post office, but from one of the travel agents, and I've just covered it up. Just put a K&Co Smashbook page there, and on here this was we got these in a hotel in Hong Kong, and this was about their Tai Chi lessons, which you could have on the roof. And what I've done, I've just backed it and made that a big tag to go in this pocket. I really liked this. I thought that was a good idea to use that that free wallet really that you get. Just a bit of folder here from some old folders that have been thrown away at work, an old ticket, another tag I've made out of some Tim Holtz stuff, some old vintage map, another page from a notebook. This is Project Life card, just says cherished today on it. This is, I don't know what that is. We'll see when we get to the other side. This is some Paper Mania paper that I really like. It's nice, thick quality, and it was all black and white, so I put that in. The company my husband works for, every year they're giving calendars, and this is one for his desk. So he brings them home for me. And there's the back of it, but there's no month there, so you could use it if you were documenting a journey, or plans for holiday, that type of thing. This is from grid paper from an old stamp album I had that was absolutely falling to bits. Had it since I was a kid, so it's quite old. This was some paper that was thrown away at work as well. We don't use anymore, with this blue edging on, and I thought that would be quite nice. And again, nice quality. There's a print off I think somebody sent me from the internet. This was some paper I got in a swap from a lady in Hong Kong. Just some blue paper, some Tim Holtz paper. That's an old ticket, and I've made it into a little pocket. and I've used a K&Co tag there, which I've backed on some craft card because they're quite thin and flimsy, aren't they? This was another folder, and I just like that bit, and here I've made a long thin pocket, and there's some, I made a long thin tag to go in there with some more of that black and white wrapping paper. Just a piece of nice cream paper. This was a notepad I had, and I love the pineapple, and it's just single-sided, so what I've done is I've backed it. Obviously the sprouty bit at the top isn't the same, but I think that's quite a nice way to journal. An old postcard, I think that might be Devon, I'm not sure, I'll have to have a look. This was from an old file journal, and it just says attach photo here, and I've just put a ticket on that says fun. This I've had years, and it was for an art exhibition down in Cornwall, and I loved that. So what I did was I folded it in half and made a pocket. This side was the address and everything, which I didn't really want, so I've just covered that with another image from that calendar. Just washi tape that in, and in here there's K&Co journaling spot, which I've just backed on some Tim Holtz paper. There's some more place here to stick a photo. So there's that, oh, it was Cornwall. There's the rest of the postcard there. It's a big postcard of Cornwall. Oh, this was some paper from a different hotel. Quite good at collecting those notepads and things from hotels. The other side of that, really old scrapbook paper. There's that Tim Holtz bit, and what I've done there is just tucked one of these journaling spots in from Paper Mania. More paper. This is from a scrapbook pad I bought when I was on holiday. Just love the little hearts. The other side of that printout, the other side of the paper. There's the bit from the stamp album. So you can see there Barbados and Belize. And on this side, Bahrain and Bangladesh. Some writing paper I have here with flamingos on. Just some stripy scrapbook paper. The other side of that Paper Mania paper, and I've just made a little tag. This again, all Tim Holtz stuff, and I've made a pocket and a tag there. On the back of some... just paper. I don't know where that comes from. My map here, I've joined it to the other piece and made a pocket, and in there I've got a Paper Mania journaling spot again, which I've backed on card because they're quite flimsy. An old cigarette card here I've made a little pocket with, and that's a die cut little heart tag I've got. And then this is the other side of the money wallet. Put some old tickets and just a plain tag there with some baker's twine on it. This was the writing paper my friend was throwing away, and she wanted to know if I wanted it, and I was like, well, why not? Here's the other side of that scrapbook page, and it would stick out quite a little bit, so what I did was I just cut round it, make it a different shape, dream big. So there's that note paper pad from Galway in Ireland. This was another notepad I've got, and these are symmetrical, so that makes a page on its own, two pieces stuck together. And then here's a handmade envelope out of a dictionary page and a colouring book page, and again just put a Tim Holtz tag in there. Just a nice little journal, not too vintagey, but with some nice images in. I have this for sale if anybody's interested. If you've got any questions, want to know anything, please leave a comment. Thank you. Bye bye.